Welcome back, developers. Today we are creating something extraordinary, a modern, sleek login page that will instantly elevate any website or application you're working on. This isn't just any login page. We are talking about a fully featured, user-friendly interface. Icons inside input field for stylish looks. You also have a simple link for forgot password and a sign up button for new users to create an account. Without further ado, let's dive in. We need to create our project folder. To do that, come here on File, then click Open File, Open Folder, and then navigate to your desktop. Then we'll create a new folder with the name of Responsive Login. So just say New, then Folder, then I'll name it Responsive Login. After creating the folder, we need to open it. To open it, just select it, then click Select Folder. Then just click Yes, I trust the others. Inside your main folder, let's create a subfolder and name it index.html. Now, I will just load a basic HTML format, which is pretty easy to do. Just click Shift and then the exclamation mark and press Enter. We'll change our title to Login Page. We need to associate our index.html with a CSS file. Now I'll just come here inside the main folder and then I'll click New File and I'll name it styles.css. Then we need to associate the CSS with our main HTML file. I'll just come here inside our head element and then I'll just type in link like this, and then the association will be for styles.css. So if a link, which the link stands for style sheet and the association is actually styles.css, the one that we have just created. We need to create another link that will be used for icons. Now to do that, just navigate to your browser and search for Font Awesome in your Google tab. It will direct you to this page. For instance, if you want to use the user icon, you can just click the user and you can see that for a basic HTML application, we need to use the I class. Now to use the I class, you just say I class and this one. Then you'll have this icon here. Now you can choose different types of icons and different variations just by selecting from here on top here. So you can see we have, for instance, if you want to use this one, we'll use this specific type of I class. And if you want to use this one, also this specific type of I class. We need to add a link that will direct us to that specific CSS. Now we need to add the link for Font Awesome. To do that, we'll copy this link. I'll add it in the description so that you can get it. And we're actually done with the head part. The next part will be for body. Inside the body, we need to create a div with a class name of login container. So say just login container. Inside the div, we'll create another div with a class name of login card. I'm using a shortcut to create a division, but you can do it the long way. You can just do like this, div, then enter inside here, and then just type class, and then let's say login card. But I feel this method is kind of slower, so I just use a shorthand, and to do that you just say dot login. Let's say if you want to create a login class, a div with a division. Let's say you want to create a division with a class name of login, you just press .login and then press enter. You can see that we already have a division with a class name of login. Inside our login card, we just have a h2 tag and we'll say login. Now we can test our application, but before we test our application, if you have not installed the live server, come here in extensions and then search for live server. Live server will be used to run our application. Now you can just click the first one I've already installed that. So if you have not, ensure that you installed Live Server. Right click, then click on Open with Live Server. It should pop up here. So if you're not able to see Open with Live Server, just know you have not installed it correctly. Then just click it. Nice, we have a simple page with just the text login. We can actually give some styling. This will be applicable to everything. So we'll have a margin of 0. Padding will be 0. We'll also have a box sizing. We'll give it a border box like that, and a font family of sans serif. And then we need to style our body. Our body is this specific part here. The background will be a linear gradient. Height will be 100% of the vertical height, so 100 VH. Display will be flex. Justify content will be center. And finally, align items will be center. Save and check our application. Just right click and click Open with Live Server. Nice, we have a beautiful background and the text is actually login. Inside this div for login card, we'll have a form. We'll create a div with a class name of input field. We'll also create another div with the name of input icon. Just outside this div, we'll create an input element and we'll say type, instead of email, it will be username. So the type will be text, ID will be username, and placeholder will also be username. And then we can remove this required property. Inside the class input icon, we need to render our input icon. So we'll render an icon for the user using the iClass method. Then you can check, and you can see we have username, but we need to also have another label here that will say username. Just immediately after the user icon, we'll have a label, and it will be for username, and the text will also be username. Then you can check our application. Nice, we have an icon and beside it a username. I'll copy this and we'll do the same for creating a password. Instead of a user icon, we'll have a lock icon. And the label will also be for password. And the text will be password. Type will be password. Also ID will be password. Placeholder will be enter your password. Then you can check our application. Nice, we have a lock icon. Beside it a name of password, and we have an input of password. I'll just add some text here so that we can have, instead of just username, we can have enter your username. Then you can check. Nice, we have enter your username and password. We'll create a link for resetting our password using an anchor tag. So press A, then press enter. Just reset password.html. Now you can use reset pass.html. Forgot password. A question mark. We'll create this file reset pass.html. Just come here inside your main folder. Then you need to click here, new file, and we'll name it reset pass. And then we'll give it a structure for a HTML document. To do that, press Shift, then 1, then press Enter. And the title will be Reset Password. And we'll also add a link to the CSS file. So I'll just come here and I'll copy this upper part. And inside the body, we can just render a h1 tag and say reset pass. Going back to our main file, we can test our application by opening the live server, and you can see we have forgot password, and when we click on forgot password, it has taken us to this file, which is reset pass. Immediately after a link to reset password, we need to have a button that will be used to submit the details for login. Type will be submit, and we'll give it a class name of login button. Then we can check our application. Nice, we have a button here. After the login button, we need to have a paragraph with a text of or sign up using. We'll give it a class name of sign up text. Then we can check our application. Great, we have this paragraph with the text sign up using. Below it, we'll create a div with a class name of social icons. Inside the div social icons, the first icon will be for Facebook. Then you can check our application. Nice, we have this letter F, which stands for Facebook. The second icon will be for Google. When we check our application, we can see that we have this icon here for Google. And the last one will be for Twitter. We can check our application, and you can see that we have a Twitter icon here. Finally, we have a p tag for registering a user. I'll just accept this. And the class, I'll change the class to sign up link. And the reference will be for signup.html. Nice. We can check our application. Nice, we don't have an account, register now. We need to create this file. To do that, just come here inside your main folder, click new file, and name it signup.html. And then we'll give it a format for HTML document, then press enter, and the title will be sign up. And we'll copy the same links here. Inside it, we can just render a text, a heading, sign up. When we click register now, we are taken to this page, sign up, which is beautiful. We need to create CSS for login card. To do that, just come here inside your styles.css. Display will be flex. Align items will be center. Justify content will be center. Width will be 100%. Max width will be 400 pixels. And we'll have this background color. Border radius will be 10 pixels. Padding will be 20 pixels. The next CSS will be for login card. Text align will be center. Width will be 100%. Font size will be 24 pixels. Font weight will be bold. Margin bottom will be 20 pixels. And this color. We can now check our application. Great, we can see that we have a card for login. For input field, position will be relative. Margin bottom will be 15 pixels. We need to style the input icon. Display will be flex. Align items will be center. Margin bottom will be 5 pixels. The next will be for the links for input icon. Margin right will be 10 pixels. We'll have this color. Font size will be 16 pixels. Next will be for label. Display will be block. Font size 14 pixels. And we'll have this color. Finally, we'll have for input. Padding left will be 45 pixels. Width will be 100%. Padding will be 10 pixels. Border radius will be 5 pixels. And font size 16 pixels. Great, the input field is looking good. In this section, we'll create reset password page. We'll come here, reset password, and then we'll delete this. We'll create a div with the name of login container. Inside it, we'll create another div with the name of login card. Then we'll have a heading of reset password. Reset password. We can check our application. Nice. Next, we'll have a form element. Inside the form element, we'll have a div with a class name of input field. Then we'll have a label to indicate email. And an input of type email. ID will be email, and placeholder will be enter your email. We can actually check this. Great, we have a label for email and a placeholder enter your email. Outside this div, we'll have a button. And the name of the button will be send reset link. Type of the button will be submit. We can check this. Nice, we have a button here. Next, we'll have a paragraph with the text, remembered your password. We'll use a p tag, and inside it we'll ask, remembered your password. To give the paragraph a class name of sign up link. Sign up link. Great, we have a paragraph here, remembered your password. Immediately after this, I want to add a login button. Now to do that, I'll just use an anchor tag, like that. Instead of login.html, I'll use index.html. So we have an anchor tag here for login. So when we click this login, it should take us to our main page. Let us see it in action. Nice, we have a link here for login. When we click it, it has taken us back to our login page, which is a success. Let us give it some CSS. We'll come back to our style.css and we'll add some CSS here. Width will be 100%. Padding will be 10 pixels. Border will be none. Font size will be 16 pixels. Font weight will be bold. Color will be white. Cursor will be pointer. It will have this background color. When you hover, opacity will be 0.9. Margin will be 20 pixels. And it will have this color. Next, CSS will be for social icons. Display will be flex. Justify content will be center. Gap will be 15 pixels. Finally, we'll style the anchor tags. Font size will be 20 pixels. Border radius will be 50%. And we'll have this transition. Finally, there will be no decoration for the text. We can save and check. Nice, you can see the effect of the login button. Finally, let us give CSS for the sign up link, this one here, and also this anchor tag. Font size will be 14 pixels. And it will have this color. And the anchor tag will have these properties. It will have this color. The decoration will be none. Font weight will be bold. In this section, we'll finish up with our last component, which is our sign up component. I'll delete this and create a div with a class name of login container. Inside it, I'll create another div with a class name of login card. Inside the login, we'll have a h2 for signing up, like that. Finally, we'll have our form element. We'll have a div with a class name of input field. Inside that div, we'll have another label with a class name of username and an input of type username. So the input will have an ID of username and the name will be username and the placeholder will be enter your username. We do not require this name attribute, therefore I shall delete it. The next one will be for email. I'll accept this. We can check our application. Nice, we have username and an input field for username, email, and an input field for email. I can zoom this so that it can become more visible. The next input field will be for password. I'll accept this. Great, we have an input field. Label is password. Placeholder is enter your password. We can check our application. Nice, we have password and enter your password. The next one will be for confirming password. To confirm password, I'll just accept this suggestion. Nice, we have an input field. Label is password, confirm password, type is password, and placeholder is enter, confirm your password. We can also check this. Nice, we have password, confirm password. Finally, we'll have a button here to submit. The button will be sign up. Just like that, we can run our application. Nice, we have a button here with sign up. The class will be login button. Like that, and you can see that the CSS for login button have taken effect. Nice, we have sign up button. I'll also add a type of submit. And finally, we'll ask the user if he has an account. So I'll just accept this suggestion. So instead of login.html, it will be index.html. Then you can check our application. Nice, we have this login. Already have an account, and when we click on login here, it will direct us to the login page. Nice, it has directed us to the login page. Now we had already declared the social icons, therefore just copy it from index.html. So I'll come here, index.html, and copy this whole division. This one here for social icons. Nice, we have these social icons for Facebook, Google, and Twitter. We can check our application. Nice, we have the social icons. I will change this class to sign up link. Finally, ensure that your forgot password here has a class name of forgot password, and you have given the CSS to forgot password. And it has these properties. If you have done that, ensure that your CSS has these properties that I've written here. And if done correctly, when we run our program, it should look like this. Beautiful. We have a login page, and a sign up page should look like this, and forgot password should look like this. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one.